When the first beat goes, then it is only then that the sound engineer now starts to say, no, that curve is too high. That synth is too high. Somebody else now say, let me play a little bit of chord on it. They now play one string on it. Somebody says, let me do this. Only because they have heard the song that you wrote down. If you don't write it down, people cannot be activated. Why am I saying this? The vision that is in your mind will not see the light of day if you don't put it out there. Because the people that will run the vision is never about you. I want you to understand. Vision does not benefit you. It benefits everything that benefits you alone is ambition. That's not vision. That's ambition. That's you as a person. Vision is selfless for every other person. So there are stages. Your vision is accomplished in stages. You do not move from point 1 to point Z. And that's why I gave you the story of the house, so that you will see how the house came about to be. 20, at the point in time, that architect probably was staying with a friend. At the point in time, he rented house, paid house rent. At the point, he built maybe one room, and now he's building a mansion. These are the stages of life. Life is not a straight path. It goes like this. And that's how vision is. So you might be on a mission right now. Let me tell you a story. I'll tell you a quick story. When I came into Abuja, I knew what I wanted to do. The first job I got in Abuja was in a hospital. Every day I asked myself, what am I doing here? I was not happy with the job. I would leave so early, close so late. I was not happy. It was like I was working for someone else. And guess what? I was working for someone else. I stayed there 3 months. A friend that had been in Abuja, I want to blow your mind with how God works. A friend that had been in Abuja for the past 5 years and I've been doing a job of 50K and all of that. I was his in to that hospital. He came into the hospital through me. And I left. Immediately he came after 1 month, Papa, something else came up and I moved on. Guess what? His first daughter that they gave birth to came with a lot of health challenges. In fact, one of the times she was admitted, and I was discussing with him when I went to see the daughter, the bill was about 3 point something million naira for somebody that does not have 100K in his account. But guess what? He was in that hospital and he was under the health insurance of the hospital. He ended up paying just 30-something K because he was a staff of the hospital. You see how it works? Today, he's a general manager there, but I am not there again. So my mission at that point in time, I was going on my purpose path to JJ. Let me tell you how this thing works. I was going on my own, JJ. But God had to push me to that point and stay here for 3 months. There is something you need to do. There's an activity, there's a task for you here. What was the task? You need to bring your friend here because I need to save his unborn daughter 2 years ahead. It's scattering my head. I don't know if anybody is understand. To see your face, I need to be sure you are understanding what I'm saying. Because I think you are understanding what I'm saying.
We do. So I understand the satisfaction, the inner joy you derive from that.
We do.
It's not just joy. It's not just joy. It's about how these things follow a trajectory. Like 2 years ahead, the daughter has not been born. 2 years ahead, but God is already arranging it. Use me, blew me out for 3 months, That's why I'm asking. Sometimes you might not understand what's going on. You're on a mission. Sometimes it's a mission. When you now look back in hindsight, you know, say, okay, now I can only understand it in hindsight. Where was he going to get 3 point something million to pay? So we'll have just lost that baby girl. Now, again, in hindsight, we don't know why God wants that girl saved. We don't know why God wants that girl alive. Maybe 20 years from now, there's something that child will be doing that will be so monumental that will be like, no one. That's how it works. That abortion that did not agree to come out, there's a reason. There's a reason. And that's how God works. So, vision, let me tell you how you know you have a vision. Every time that it's not about you, it's not about you. The thing that is you are passionate about is not about you. It's not about what you would gain out of. When every time you are talking about what you gain out, that's business. You are thinking business, you are thinking ambition. When you think entrepreneurship, you're thinking solving a problem. You're thinking vision. That's what you're thinking. And that's how it works. So you see how I graduated the story. The original intent was for that architect not to live like an animal, not to live outside, not to be exposed to the elements. However, for him to do that, he needed to build a house. The building of the house was the mission. But for him to build the house, there needed to be a picture of the house for the people that will build it, because you cannot achieve vision by yourself. You need help. There are people that will help you. That's where your companions, your compadres, and your co-partners come in. You need to know who is who. Your compadres are there to finance it. There are some people that are around you for financial input. There are some that are not financial input. They are what? Emotional support. Those days you'll be down. Those days you'll be weak. Those are the people. Those days that you cannot make light of your vision. Those are the people. But you are expecting money from them. No. What they can give to you is emotional support. Your coach, your mentors. You don't ask your mentors for money. You don't ask your coaches for money. You ask your family members, not your coaches or your mentors or your pastor. You give up. That's how it works. So, the days of, I give you another story. When I came into Abuja with one bag. I squatted with friend first. Then I got myself contained. Then I moved to the room and parlor. Now I moved to a 3-bedroom. This year, I'm planning to build in this same Abuja. These are the stages. These are the stages. And that's me running my race. Now there are people I met. One of the people I even squatted with in Abuja has even packed his bag and left Abuja and said, "This Abuja is not for me. I cannot survive here." No. Everybody has a different race. Everybody. Vision provides diversity and unity. Everyone lives in a house, but different houses. That's just what I said. Every vision goes through phases. How do you know you're in vision? Vision will give you energy. Vision energizes you. Purpose gives you fulfillment. Vision energizes. Every time you look at that picture, every time you look at that thing written down, you're energized. Purpose gives fulfillment. Every time you accomplish purpose, or when there is fulfillment, or when you're running purpose, you feel that fulfillment, even when you're not paid for it. But there will be fulfillment. You feel fulfilled that you're doing something that matters. I've done HR all my life. I've never felt fulfilled as an HR person. I only started to find fulfillment now where I'm doing HR now, because I can see the work that the programs and the project people implement in various sectors. I can see it, especially in the health sector. So when they come to meet me and I'm problem solving data for them. I'm problem solving HR analytics, and I'm recruiting the best hands to help them implement those projects. I'm doing it from a place of I understand that the work I'm doing operationally back office is making an impact out there. The minute you get a vision, it starts to possess you. You're like a mad person. They can't understand. They cannot understand. You spend your money on it. And that's why I say the biggest problem Nigeria has till tomorrow is lack of vision. We have leaders who don't have vision. That's the biggest problem. That's why we are failing as a nation. We don't have a corporate vision. China got to a point in their destiny that they closed their borders and they said, you know what, we need to define what the vision of China was going to be. And they decided that the vision of China was going to be production, mass production, cheap labor. Guess what? They are world powers today. For 30 years, China locked up its borders. They sacrificed. They were sending their children to the best university in America. Government was taking care of that. Putting them, they went to learn all the technologies, learn everything, and they brought it back to China. Now they have TikTok. TikTok has taken over the social media space. More popular. And Americans want to ban TikTok from their country because they're like, this thing is too popular. They're taking a lot of money from us. This thing is a mind conditioning tool. But Nigerians who have not even woken up. The minute you tell someone, why are you spending so much time on social media, they ask you, you don't want us to enjoy our life. Now you holy pass. Now me kill Jesus. I be Buhari. I be Tinubu. Lack of vision. You know why they can say that? Because they cannot, there is no vision anywhere. There is nothing. We're just running. That's why today fuel is 800. Tomorrow is 1-2. And that's why our leaders can enter private jets with the country's money and spend it. Billions of dollars of the country's money. Because there's no vision. They don't know what to do with the money. But if they had a vision for Nigeria, you would see it would translate into the activities and the things they do. But their priorities will not be carrying girls to Dubai or fraud and spending our money anyhow. See? That will be their priority.
So somebody stole 44 billion and said it was a mistake.
Imagine.
Somebody stole 44 billion and she confessed to EFCC that it was a mistake.
Now, the problem with that is what is going to be done? Nothing. Because there is no vision. China got to a point that when you steal, they will execute you. That was how serious they created a vision. One of the best books I ever read was My Vision. I read that book in 2022. It changed my perspective about governance. And one thing I've always wanted to do is, if I can buy that book in mass produced, the book was written by the King of Dubai, and give to everybody, including Tinubu, I will have done, and hope they will read it to see how nations craft vision. Dubai is not a mistake. And all of us want to go to Dubai. None of us want to sit down and ask ourselves questions. Dubai has a vision. And that's why you cannot see the ghetto of Dubai. Do you know Dubai have ghettos? Dubai have slums. All these our Nigerian girls that go to hostel, they are in the slums. There are some streets in Dubai that if you go to, it's like it's like you are in Morocco, in Lagos of those days. Everywhere they say my people perish when there is no vision. That's what's happening. That's how important vision is. That's how important vision is. Vision will energize you to move. that I can talk like this. So for the next 3 days without eating food. This is my thing. This is my thing. What I love to do. Let me close this. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. I started out from Habakkuk 2:2. Habakkuk 2:3. It
Somebody
says,
has food. Who is wearing pampers among she? Okay,
okay, so the Pampas people.
happy birthday.
Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Mr. Sunday, please mute your mic.
I've muted them. So let me close this out. Though it tarries, it will speak in the end. Wait for it. It will speak in the end. Though it tarries, it will speak in the end. Wait for it. It will speak in the end. That vision you wrote down, it will take time, but it will speak in the end. It will tarry, but it will speak in the end. Why is it tarrying? It will tarry because of the phases it needs to go through. But it will speak in the end. If it's the vision you saw of a desired future, a picture of a desired future, you speak. It is speak when the colors have come, when the house have been painted, and somebody is pricing the house for 1 billion. Why? Because it is now beautiful. You have now come out in your full form. It is dangerous to come out when you are not in your full form, because the worst battles that a person with vision will have to fight are internal battles. You have to win your internal battles first before you get on a stage. And I like to make analogy. I'm sorry. I like to use people like Justin Bieber to make analogies. Justin Bieber became a star at 11 years old, 10 years old. How much training did he have? How much training did he have? I was not surprised when the guy will go around throwing eggs at his neighbor and he got into so much trouble. He was not trained for the palace. He was not trained for the palace. He went straight from his father's house to the palace. He didn't pass through the pit, Potiphar's house, prison. And that's why you don't hear Justin Bieber. You don't hear Justin. Yes, made a lot of money, went through so much trouble. The guy we used to love when he was small, oh, so adorable. When he now started to grow up, he now became a jerk. Because he had so much money. You know what to do. That's what happens when you don't go through the process, when your vision does not go through phases. You got to win the internal battles first so that the external battles do not defeat you. The external battles become difficult to win your internal battles when you're on your platform. When you're on your platform, people now start to scrutinize you closely. That's where they now know that you're an alcoholic. That's where they now know that you're this. That's when you now know that you're that. But those battles were battles you were supposed to fight and win because you were going to the palace. And there are certain characteristics of a king. There are certain characters there are certain things. There is a way a king portrays himself, even how they talk, whom they associate with. That's why you don't gossip. That's why you're not around people when they gossip, because you're a king, you're a queen. You have a vision. You are heading to the palace. Kings don't have time for small talk. Go to England, Buckingham Palace. You don't see them mingle and associate with commoners. Commoners are the people that are chickens. They're not eagles. They can't fly. You can fly because you're an eagle. You have a vision. That is where you're going. The chickens are on ground. So what they can do is peck, 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 clock, 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 gossip, 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 gossip. But it's chicken. When you to do that, you lose your identity as an eagle. Your vision is lost, and then you become a chicken. That's what we call vision abortion. Write the vision. Make it plain. Your job is to conceive right. Making it plain, let it be understandable so that them who run, the people, the compadres, the companions, the co-partner that will come around you will look at it, literally carry it, and they can understand. That's why we write SOPs. For those of us in HR, for those of us in organizational structure, that's why you down documented SOPs so that even when you're not there, the process does not suffer. It becomes dangerous if it's only you that can run it. And mission, general assignment to fulfill purpose. Even though it tarries, it will come through. And this is where I'm going to stop today. I hope I've been able to deliver value to you. Thank you. Any
Can
feedback?
I speak, sir?
Yes,
Can I
please go
speak?
on. Feedback. We have about 10 more minutes before session.
Okay, so personally I want to appreciate you, sir, for I've admired you from afar, though I've not had the opportunity to speak to you. So I really appreciate it. In fact, I've paid I took this cohort very seriously. From the first day, I followed all the instructions, and I had to pay very careful attention to what all the teachings you just made, all the things you just said this evening, and I'm just wow. I wish you could just you could just continue till maybe morning because I'm really ready. I have network. If I have net issues with MTN, I'll switch to to Glow or I'll switch to Data because I want to really hear what you say. So I'm so grateful. I really appreciate you, sir. In fact, I wish maybe you have like a YouTube channel or audio events which I would like to subscribe. I would like to attend. I would like to hear you speak. So I've learned so much. I mean, how God has positioned you for 3 months to be of help to somebody. I mean, that goes along with that. Sometimes um the way of God is not the ways of man. The ways of God are not the ways of man. So it might be uncomfortable in a particular situation, not knowing that God planted you there to fulfill a particular purpose, which you did, and that's fulfilling for you. So today you can actually look back and say, "Oh, I was there for a reason." So you also talked about your evolution. I call it evolution, a gradual process of transformation with modification. You said you came to Abuja, you squatted to single room to self-contained to 1 bedroom to 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. Now you're even planning to build. That's inspirational. That's inspirational. So I've learned so much personally. In fact, I'm going to save all the videos. I've saved some already, and I also look forward to. I have a personal request, but I'll come private. I'll come private. I'll come privately. So I hope this is. I'm using this opportunity to take permission to seek consent so that I can I can message you privately for something. So thank you very much, sir. That's for me. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Thank you so much, Amos. Thank you that you're sold out and you've immersed yourself in these 5 days. You would only see the results. You won't see the results. So typically, I have a YouTube channel. Typically, what I do is these sessions are being recorded and I put it on the YouTube channel. So anytime you can always go back and refresh your memory on this particular session. You can always I put it on YouTube, put something, mostly YouTube. YouTube can accommodate it. So once we finish, it will be processed and it will go on YouTube, and then anybody can access it at any point in time. In case you are unable to follow it fully, you can now follow it at a sitting at once. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Okay, so I would like to I'd like us to you to drop the link so we can subscribe. To the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then you can even go through I'm doing that now. You can even go through the past set cohorts. The past cohort, we had Coach DDK, we had some other coaches come on board. You know, it wasn't just me and all. I'm trying to get that done now. Yeah, so you can see what people like Coach DDK said and some other things. And then, yeah, you can always go through. Okay, so I'm sharing the link.
Hello, good
now.
evening.
Good evening, Sunday.
How is today? I really want to use this opportunity to thank you. Fine. I want to use this opportunity to thank you for the coaching. The coaching has actually created the new me. I wish I had the opportunity for this coaching earlier than now, because it seems as I've wasted some things I'm supposed to have done in the past that my eyes are not open to it. I really thank you for this coaching. It has actually been an eye opener for the 5 days. Like, I personally have a personal request. I wish you can permit me to do that. Maybe by tomorrow I will DM you direct.
Okay, that's fine.
So I don't want to take this opportunity for granted. You've actually imparted in my life, in my career, and to give me an insight into what I'm supposed to have done to touch lives and also have a better life for myself. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I'm so glad that happened to you at this time. I'm so glad that happened to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think, is there anybody that wants to say anything before we close out? Okay. It was great having you guys. Other things that you need to do, we put on the group. I've put the link on the group already. I've put the link to the YouTube. So you can go there. I would advise you, if you can, take next week and watch all the other episodes of the coaching. This particular session have been uploaded on the YouTube channel. It's all there. You see them. You see what other people had to say, not just me. Sessions where we had other coaches come on board. We just wanted this session to be just, small group of persons. Sometimes we have 30 people. We have lots of people. This time I insisted that we should just be small so that I can have a personal one-on-one with each person. For those people that want personal coaching, that's not free. That one is not free. Anyways, if in case any of you, that's part of the request. So personal coaching, one-on-one coaching, and you want us to take it on some other things, career, life. I don't do relationship coaching at all. It's not my thing. But career, self-awareness, and all of that, yes, yeah, we can have conversations around that. So tomorrow is Sunday. I know a lot of us have to be in church, so I need to bring this session to an end. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you had value. We'll see you on the group. Have a good night, everyone.
Sorry, thank you, and same to you.
Thank you too.
You're welcome.